Being a mom is the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my life. There's nothing quite like being solely responsible for another human's life to bring out the fear and anxiety deep in your soul. Mothers, fathers, caretakers. You know the intense stress, anxiety, and disappointment that comes with being somebody else's lifeline. I have 2 incredible children of my own, so I know these feelings a little too well. This has given me first-hand experience with the toll children take on mental and physical health. I would like to take a second to point out how important social support is in the rearing of children. Having a system behind you, helping on those days that seem impossible, can be the difference between insanity and joy. I have been truly blessed to experience love, support, and kindness in the first mom group that I was able to stay put in, the Apples. These Apple mamas have been through thick and thin with me, showing genuine love and support with each and every single heartbreaking and nerve-wracking step of the way. From finding out I'm pregnant, to giving birth, to raising a tiny human, I've never been alone thanks to the kindness and support given by these incredible women. I began my journey into mom groups hopping from group to group. Each month I'd find out that I wasn't pregnant, and each month I'd move on to the next group. I landed in the Apples immediately following a miscarriage, where I found out I was pregnant again. There was quite a few of us that had to try pretty hard in order to get pregnant, requiring ovulation tests and basal body temping. We would read each other's charts to give insight onto when we were ovulating and look at each other's ovulation tests to decipher if today was the day to try or if we should wait a day or two. We would wait, not so patiently, together discussing symptoms before being able to test for pregnancy and to see if this was the month for us. As I mentioned earlier, I had a miscarriage the month before I got pregnant with my daughter. This was a time filled with a lot of pain, hurting, and attempting to heal for the child that I was pregnant with. I am so grateful to have been met with such open arms and filled with immense amounts of love, support, and kind, reassuring words when I was in my most vulnerable state. These women became my therapists when I needed it the most, helping me to cope with the trauma and heal so I can move forward and be the best mom for the child that I was growing inside of me. These women were not only therapists, but they quickly became friends and acted as family in the process of growing these tiny humans. It's no secret that pregnancy is hard. However, nobody was able to understand better what I was going through than these women who were in the exact same spots in their pregnancy as I was. I had very severe morning sickness, and these women were able to offer incredible amounts of sympathy and were able to give me numerous ways to deal with the nausea and the vomiting. They were here to ooh and ah over baby's first kicks and Braxton Hicks and as contractions started, and offering up all of the thoughts and prayers when I went in for my induction. They were there every step, offering advice and suggestions on how to manage the pain while I was in labor and how to help my body progress in a safe way. They also helped me in learning how to heal postpartum, teaching me about padsicles and nipple shields when I was completely unprepared for what I would feel like physically after I gave birth. Transitioning from not having children to becoming a parent is no easy task. I was so lucky to have these women offering me support when it felt like I had no one. Even when I had my son a year and a half later, these women were here to offer the same support. I had postpartum anxiety with my daughter and postpartum depression with my son. These women were therapists to help me cope and understand what I was feeling and why I was feeling like this. The incredible love and support that was offered to me when I felt so completely alone helped me get through each day. These women took the time out of their days to check in with me and help me to get through each day. When I was losing control of my thoughts, Apple Mamas were there. In the article, Mom Groups, Why Networking is Important for Moms, which I accessed on November 17th of this year, it is stated that mom groups are important because this mom's advice is likely to be up to date since she just recently experienced her current stage in the motherhood journey. And in my experience, this statement could not be more accurate. It seems that wherever I went, somebody had something to say or some sort of advice to offer, but These Apple Mamas had the very best advice because they were living it with me. Nobody understood me to the same extent that the Apples did and still do to this day. We've been through so much together. From loss of children, family members, even a group member, to divorces, breakups, single parenting, marriages, to future pregnancies, new children, and so much more. These women have been here for each other with open arms and unbiased support. So I just want to end this with the biggest thank you that is possible for me to form. I want to thank each and every one of you, Apple Moms, for coming into my life, offering your kindness, your support, caring for a stranger that you didn't even know. And thank you for caring about my children and showing love to my entire family. Your continued support and offering the most genuine friendship that I've been lucky to experience. Thank you. I am truly blessed to have each of you in my life, and I look forward to the many years ahead of us.